Blue is in a relationship that keeps hurting. Not movie-level disaster, more like a chair that pinches you every time you sit down, and somehow you keep calling it furniture. Every week, Blue says, "This is the last time." Then, one nice moment appears, and his brain starts decorating the prison cell. This is not because Blue is stupid. It is because the brain is a terrible landlord. It hates moving. Leaving can look scary, even when staying already hurts. The familiar pain has a parking permit. The unknown does not need to be worse. It only needs to be unknown. The brain sees fog and immediately hires a disaster narrator. So Blue's mind holds a meeting. The hope department brings one good memory. The fear department brings a forklift. Hope says, "Remember that perfect Sunday?" Fear says, "Excellent. Please ignore the other 34 Tuesdays." This is how a pattern gets disguised as an exception problem. Blue does not ask, "What keeps happening?" He asks, "What if this time is different?" And that question is powerful. It turns a cracked bridge into a maybe bridge. Maybe bridges are where uncles go to write memoirs. One reason staying feels easier is the status quo bias. In normal language, the current mess gets a discount because it is already installed. Changing the situation requires effort. Explaining, packing, loneliness, new routines, updating everyone who apparently subscribed to your life newsletter. Staying, meanwhile, requires no paperwork today. The bill is emotional, but the due date is blurry. Then lost aversion walks in wearing heavy boots. Losing the good parts feels louder than gaining peace later. Blue does not compare pain to peace. He compares losing the good morning text to the entire empty universe. The brain is not fair about losses. It treats a small loss like a lawyer with a microphone. Then the sunk cost accountant arrives. Blue says, "I already spent 2 years here." The accountant says, "Wonderful, let's spend 3. Time invested is real. Memories are real. But past cost is not a GPS. It is a receipt. A receipt can tell you what you paid. It cannot tell you where to go next." Another trap is intermittent hope. If a relationship is bad all the time, the brain can file the report. But random good moments. Now the casino is open. One apology, one sweet message, one normal dinner. Suddenly, Blue's brain screams, "Trend reversal, buy more emotional stock." But a good moment is not the same as a good pattern. A cupcake in a burning kitchen is still a weird dinner plan. This is the sentence Blue needs, and honestly, it is annoying. Judge the pattern, not the apology. An apology can be meaningful, but if it keeps returning like a subscription service, check what you are actually subscribed to. Now, serious pause. If a relationship involves danger, coercion, threats, or control, this is not a cute bias puzzle. Get outside support. For the ordinary stuck loop, Blue tries a boring experiment. He stops asking, "Do I love them?" and asks, "What does this relationship repeatedly produce?" Because love is an ingredient. It is not the whole meal. You can have love and still be eating soup with a fork. So he makes a pattern list. Not a courtroom, not a 3-hour podcast. Just, after being with them, do I feel safer, clearer, and more myself? If the answer keeps being no, the brain will still object. It will bring photos, receipts, forecasts, and a tiny violin with paperwork. Thank the brain for trying to protect you. Then remind it, familiar is not the same as safe. Comfort can be a blanket. It can also be bubble wrap around the problem you keep shipping to your future self. The reset is simple, not easy. 1. Name the pattern. 2. Name the cost. 3. Name one small next step. A small step might be talking to a trusted person, writing the pattern down, setting a boundary, or making a plan. Blue does not need to solve his whole life in one heroic exit scene. Sometimes the first move is just turning the lights on, because staying is not always loyalty. Sometimes it is fear wearing a loyalty costume. And leaving is not always failure. Sometimes it is finally admitting the bridge was never meant to be a house. The question is not, can I explain the bad parts? The question is, what does the pattern keep asking me to ignore?